about your impressions of the coaching staff? You've been around different staffs, and this is a newly put together staff that never really all work together. How do you do it so far?
Oh, it's been great. It's been great. Obviously, Chauncey's a player's coach to a T. He's been in our shoes and done it at the highest level. So, of course, there's immense respect for him. But even the guys that are underneath him, Roy and Steve and Matt, and like everybody up underneath him commands the highest level of respect. And that's this is my going on 7th coach in 7 years. So I've seen quite a few staffs in a few different places, and this is one that I'm very fond of, and I think is going to have a great grip on this team.
Have they developed the chemistry that you've noticed there?
Yeah, they have. It's funny because like we're all sitting here. I'm only worried about myself. Like all right, it's only like my 2nd week out here. I got to fit in, blend in, got to get used to this. And meanwhile, like it's everybody's. I'm sitting there talking to even video coordinators, and they're like, yeah, from I was in San Antonio, I was in Milwaukee last year, and so. I think it's really cool that we got a lot of different people from a lot of different places and cultures. So a little bit of everything, and so it's blending really well, and it's just going to keep getting better.
What about Anisha? What do you think of her?
I'm sorry?
What about Anisha? What have been your impression?
Oh, she's been great. She's been great. I mean, she's, like I said, everybody just commands so much respect, and, she's the exact same way. Just the way she conducts herself. Like, even right now, like, if you could turn the kid, obviously don't turn the camera around, but if you could, you'd see, she's at a basket with, 5 of our guys just out there, kind of shooting, pardon my language, shooting and playing basketball, talking trash and shooting games and whatnot. So, she fits in like a glove, and we love having her.
Larry, how do you feel about playing 5?
I have no issues with it. As long as I'm not tasked with guarding Jokic for 30 minutes, I have no problems. But I do have 6 fouls, so I like it. I actually think it's gonna be a heck of a weapon for us, especially come closing games and later in the year when teams start to do the whole small ball thing. I think I can be really good in that.
You being in the East, I didn't get a chance to see you play much, but like how much 5 did you play with the Cavs?
So when I first got there in 18, 19, even 20, I played a lot of small ball 5. There was a year I started exclusively at the 5. So, it's something I'm familiar with, and now that the game's changed a little bit, my game's expanded. Now I play a little bit at 4 and some 3 on occasion. So, but I started in this league as a 5, so I have no problem doing it. I actually think this will be the best situation for me to do it at.
What's the biggest difference for you between playing 4 and 5?
A lot of what parts of the court I play at. As the 4, I'm, in today's NBA, you are just about, strictly at the 3-point line. Spacing corners, shooting boxes and stuff like that. And so, whereas the 5, you're in pick and rolls and screening and rolling and playing inside the paint more and relocating, chasing offensive rebounds. So. It's just a switch of mindset, and that's something that a lot of the very best players can do within game a few different times, and that's something that I like to think of myself as being able to do, is go from 4 to 5 pretty seamlessly.
Norman has talked about embracing having to guard bigger players, playing the 3. Do you embrace it too and want to be a nuisance as much as you can as a bigger guy?
Oh yeah, I mean, look, whether I'm guarding a 1 or a 5 or a 3, I'm a nuisance. That's where I hang my hat. So, if it's a bigger player, a smaller player, I don't really care, but I'm going to make their job difficult. I've guarded bigger players before. Like I said, in the East, I did it quite a bit, and even when I was with the Lakers, had played a few games against Drummond and Embiid and guys like that, and had. I wouldn't say had no problem, because they're a problem for everybody, but I think Rocco just won a shooting game. That's what's going on. But I have no problem doing it. Guarding bigger players, it's just a switch in mindset. I have no problems.
What are your impressions of Nasir so far? Practicing with him for a week.
Of who?
Nasir.
He, what's crazy is like I maybe played against him once. I've had a few various injuries, and we only played the the Blazers twice a year, and so I think I've only played against him once, but I didn't realize how actually athletic he is until I got out here. You know, one leg, two legs, he can fly. And, you know, it looks like he's really worked on his game over the summer. He's shooting it well, and he's just, you know, he came in super aggressive to camp. So, yeah, I'm excited. I think me and him coming off the bench together could be pretty special, you know, defensively and especially athletically.